Good afternoon, everybody. This is David Perlmutter from QuantumListing. Thank you for joining us today on our webinar, a quantum listing review of 2018, our 9 biggest accomplishments. Let's get going. Oh, there we go. Off to a rocky start already. Okay, here we go. So here is our agenda, which we're going to be covering syndications, networks and groups, our updated iOS app, the explosion of users and listings, and it's actually explosive growth. Nobody actually exploded during the course of quantum listing. Our new sidebar, our chat feature, schedule a demo button, our Let's Get Smart speaker series, and the QuantumLister profile series. There are lots more great things that happened this year, but these are the ones we wanted to share with you today. So syndications have been a really important part of our last year, and those who have been in real estate for a long time remember syndications during the 80s, and those days it meant doing a syndication partnership where you would raise money from a bunch of different people, but then the tax law of 1988 changed all that. We'll get into that today, but in the modern sense here of syndications, we're talking about using different types of programming mechanisms, an automated programming interface or something called the JSON, in order to share listings or information between different computer services and different software systems. So the first syndication that we rolled out this year was with BuildOut. BuildOut is a Chicago-based company that does really wonderful marketing material, and they have other features too. So they create documents and things like that. But for quantum listing, the thing that we were interested in partnering with them is creating an outlet for their customers to be able to share their listings by just a couple of clicks of the button. So build out users on their syndication menu on build out, choose quantum listing. They sign up for quantum listing by creating a username and password, select whether they want to automatically syndicate all of their listings or sort of cherry pick which ones that get sent to us. And then when they hit save, the listings start flowing to us automatically. And anytime those listings get updated on build out, they get updated over on quantum listing in real time. So you're getting a beautiful marketing package, and at the same time finding web outlets like Quantum Listing where you can share those listings. Sharp Launch also does incredibly nice marketing material, and both BuildOut and Sharp Launch also help brokers with their websites as well, and can serve those listings onto those websites as well, in addition to creating the marketing material and syndicating to us. And Sharp Launch also is saying they have an incredible product also, and their service works a little differently, where they just push their listings to us once a week, but they're getting constantly updated, and you can rest assured that whether you're using BuildOut or sharp launch, any changes you make to your marketing information is going to be distributed to us and anybody else you choose in a very timely manner, so it ends the glut of bad data that you might find on other marketing sites that don't have this type of syndication option available. Levitt Digital is a different type of syndication in that we are pushing our users who opt into syndication with Levitt Digital. We're pushing their listings out to Levitt Digital. And Levitt Digital, in addition to being able to find the listings on their site, they have an incredible service where they have a network of over 500 local news sites where those listings get shared to automatically. And during the course of 2019, they're scheduled to almost quadruple the number of news sites that they're building out. So if you open up a Levitt Digital account through QuantumListing, and opening the Levitt Digital account is done at no additional expense, you're going to be able to get your listing information out throughout the country to almost 2,000 different websites by the end of the year. So super great thing to do. Really encourage you to take advantage of that as well. And the way, here we'll pop over to the QuantumListing website for a second. Oh, hold on. There we are. So you're going to find the place to deal with these syndication channels on the sidebar, which we'll talk about in a little while, and in the info tab, and then click on syndication channels. All right, so let's get back. All right, so next up on the things that we're super psyched about in 2018. One last thing about 2019 and syndications is that we have more in store and some really exciting stuff that's going to happen. So pay attention to the QuantumListing blog and our webinar announcements, because we'll be sharing more about that very soon. So networks and groups are next. And QuantumListing networks and groups are pretty innovative stuff. You can find them on that left-hand sidebar on your profile page as well. To open up networks, you click on networks, and the sub-menu opens up that shows My Networks, Network Listings, and Network News. Groups, same thing. If you open up the sub-menu on groups, you'll get the group feed, your groups, the group members, group listings, and you can join as many networks as you want. Same with groups. You can even start groups. So let's talk a little bit more in depth about networks. So networks are, when you sign up for QuantumListing, usually within 24 hours, we are assigning you to a network based on your location. If you have listings, it's simple to pick your location because we'll assign to the network based on where your location is. If you don't have listings or you haven't added them yet, when we're doing the assignment, we'll typically base it on the area code of your phone number that you've added when you join. If we got it wrong, don't worry. You can just go on to the network submenu, click through to networks, and select the appropriate network, hit connect, and then when the network admin sees that, they'll add you to that network. So, and again, can join as many networks as you want, no upcharge for being members of networks. And why do you want to be a part of a network? You want to be a part of the networks because you're going to be put in a network with other brokers and owners and agents in your geographic area, and also the asset interest area. So if you're, you can be part of a industrial network, for instance, and so you'll be able to find out who else on QuantumListing is there from your area real easily. And we want you to be able to search the listings and those users really easily, and you can do that from your network. There's filters and drop-down menus that are going to help you do that. And when you're joining these networks and groups, what we want you to think about doing is looking through the users and clicking through to their profile page and then following them. There's a big green follow button. So if there's somebody who you know, somebody who you want to know, click follow. You'll be able to find them and their listings from that menu in the social section of the sidebar menu. And great way to expand your network, get to know people who are doing similar stuff to you in your geographic area. So follow, follow, follow. If you want to start your own network, contact us. You can become the admin of your own network. What you're looking at on the left-hand side page here is the network admin dashboard, and they have access to the users, the listings, there's some analytics that they have, and the network admins can send network-wide email blasts as well. And admins have access to network analytics, which are going to show trends in terms of number of listings being added and deals done. So a great thing to be a network admin there. Okay. And groups are a little more intimate in some ways, I guess, than networks, in that you can start your own group or you can join any active group. We have sort of primed the pump a little bit here by creating state wants groups. So it becomes like a haves and wants bulletin board for you. So if you can't find what you're looking for a customer of yours on the QuantumListing website, what we recommend that you do is go to your wants group and make a post there. It's going to go out to your other group members via our chat, which we'll get into. And if somebody has a chat message waiting for them, they'll get an email at the end of the day saying that they should come to QuantumListing and check their chat. And so again, with groups, if you're in a group with a bunch of other people, you can see who they are, what their listings are, and if you choose to start your own group, you can make it private or public, and you can also choose to let other group members invite others to join the group. So before you know it, you could end up having a very large viral group that will be a great thing for you and your business. And we really encourage you to do the same thing with groups that you do with networks, where you go and you look at your group members and you follow them. All right, next up is our iOS app. QuantumListing was originally started as an app only. We were mobile first, to use the jargon. And in 2018, we did two updates. We did a big update in May or June of 2018, then added a couple more features to the app at the end of the year. And so if you go to the iOS App Store, the Apple App Store, we encourage you to download QuantumListing 2.1. Free to download. Use the same login information for the app as you do for the website. So that makes it nice and easy. And you can see here some sample screenshots from the app. On the left-hand side is the registration form. So you can see that it's super simple to register. On the splash page of the site before you get to registration, you can see that you can register or log in with Facebook, and you can also just go visit the website from there by clicking that visit the site link. And our site is mobile responsive, so it looks pretty darn good on the on your phone or your iPad or whatever mobile device you use. A lot of the functions that are available on the website are also available on the app. So the social functions of following people and being followed, you can see those folks and click through to them and see their listings, contact them. Any listing that is on the website you can share really easily with the different apps that you have on your phone. So you can see you can use your messaging, email, and of your social media to share the listings. So that is super convenient as well. And we have a great search feature on the app, and you can see all the images that you've uploaded via the website on the app as well. You can edit your listings on the app. You can watch a YouTube video that you've attached to a listing, save things to favorites. So tons of features that are available on the website are also available on the app. So let's get on to the incredible growth that we experienced in 2018. And a lot of this was thanks to our syndication partnerships with BuildOut and Sharp Launch. But we also had some really terrific organic growth that came from our marketing efforts and our search engine optimization efforts, and really trying to spread the word. We went to International Council of Shopping Centers, deal making in Las Vegas, in Manhattan in December. We've gone to a bunch of the commercial real estate tech things, and the numbers were really, really great in terms of the number of users more than doubled year over year. And not only did the number of users double, but the number of listings increased by more than 5 times. And a lot of that is, again, thanks to the ease with which people can now share their listings from our syndication partnership. So we eliminated redundant data entry for those users who are lucky enough to be BuildOut or Sharp Launch users. So huge increase in the number of listings. I think we're now, when I looked before we started the webinar, we're about 13,600 listings that are active. And there have been listings that are archived that aren't included in that number, or listings that people delete when they sell or lease them rather than archiving them. So over the years, we've done great with the number of listings. And our monthly traffic, thanks to the growth in users and listings and search engine optimization and content marketing, social media marketing, all the things that you and I need to do for our brokerage businesses or any business in today's world, has really been growing at a great rate. Every month we see about a 15% a month growth in the traffic to our website. The image here is showing the number of users this year in the first week of January versus the number of users last year. And you can see that the number of users has really, really shot up. So thank you, everybody, for helping spread the word and visiting us and using us. So let's get back to that all-important sidebar. So the sidebar is on your profile page. The profile page is your home base on QuantumListing, and you manage your QuantumListing experience from that sidebar menu on your profile page. So you can, looking at the menu on the left side, of course you see your username, and the little I thing means that there's a bio there, and below the expiration date is links to our social media. But then you get down to the real meat and potatoes here, or if you click show more, that will show your contact information, your phone number and your email address and your website. But the sidebar menu is really nice and organized now. As we continued to add features during the course of 2018, the menu on the left-hand side started getting really long and a little bit unwieldy, and so we consolidated that and reorganized it so it makes a lot of sense. It becomes very intuitive, and depending on which part of QuantumListing you want to work, you just click on listings to see your listings, to archive your listings, to see your favorite listings. So that makes that part super easy. Enterprise, if you're an enterprise user, which is a user that is a company that has multiple agents, one person, typically the marketing person, is the admin for that. And then there's submenus that for managers, where they can add a manager, they can add different agents, and they all do it with one single login. So it takes a lot of stress and work out of that whole process of organizing everybody in your company who's going to be in QuantumListing, either as a user or an agent. And the enterprise users can assign multiple agents to a single listing. It really works out great. Networks, we touched on briefly before, and so the network menu is going to, actually, let's take a brief pause and go back to the website and just show you some of these things. Hang on. Here, I'll make that a little bigger. Okay. So networks, you can see here are the networks that I'm a member of here. If you want to join any other network, you can either search it or scroll through them, click connect. Network listings shows you all the different listings in all your networks, but you can drill down to a single network. And then within that, you can further filter it by asset type, whether it's for lease or sale. And then you can sort by price or the size of the space as well. So that's really awesome. And network news is going to show you the most recent changes in your network, so you can keep up to date really easily with any changes in your network. Groups are next, and similar to networks, you can see the group feed, which shows you what's happened most recently in that network, and you can again select which group you want to look at, and group members, you'll have access to all of the members here. And remember how I was talking about following different people in your networks. So let's see if, all right. So I'm already following Brian Donovan, but I'll just for argument's sake, follow him, unfollow him, and now follow him. So that shows you how easy it is to follow somebody. To get back to your profile page, click the avatar in the upper right corner, and we'll get social shows you the people that you're following and who are following you, as well as their listings. And info is where you're going to access the syndication channels, comparable data, which I'm not sure if it's a feature available to everybody yet, notes, and analytics. All right, I think I'm probably going off the trail here, and my team is going to say, get back on the program here. Okay, so chat. Chat we haven't really talked about yet in any of our blog posts or our webinars, and so this is something that may be new to most of you. And there's a little icon next to where your profile picture or the smiley face is, and it looks like a little speech bubble, and you can see it's gray here, which means that there are no active chats, but if it's green, it means that there's a chat message waiting for you. And when you click on that icon, it opens up the chat menu, which you can see on the right-hand side of the page here. And there are two types of chats that you can do. There are peer-to-peer chats where you can chat with any single user, and you can do group chats, which you would do from within a group. And the peer-to-peer chats, the way you do them is that when you're on somebody else's profile page, you'll see that little chat icon, and if you click on that, you'll be able to send them a chat message, and the little green, it'll turn green on their profile page when they come to look at it next. And at the end of each day, if you have unread chat messages, you'll get an email from our system saying you have unread messages and urging you to go to the site and look at them. So hopefully you'll take advantage of the chat feature, and that will be good. So let's see, I just wanted to, speaking of chat, I wanted to make sure that there weren't any questions in the chat box on GoToMeeting, and I don't see any right now. So, okay, so back to the program. I'll tell you what, I think we're doing okay for time. So here's an example of using the chat.
I sent you one too.
Oh, thank you, Julia. That was Julia, who's on our team here. So I clicked on Brian's little speech bubble there, and I'm going to say, hi, Brian, Happy New Year. And then hit enter, and you can add additional users to a chat if you want. You just search for them, but we're not going to do that now. And let's go back to all right, so look, our little speech bubble here is turned green. Means we have some messages waiting for us. And a message from Julia. What did Julia say? Hey! And say, hey yourself. All right. So you can have a lot of fun with chat, as you can see. And let's go back to. There we go. All right. So the next thing that we did this year, which we did, I think in December, and I'm going to give Julia credit for this one. We added a schedule a demo button, and we've been doing demos for over a year now, and they're great. And usually we just get an email from somebody, or we'll send out an email and suggest that you schedule a demo with us. And Julia had the great idea of adding a button to the website so that you can check our calendar and schedule a demo that works at a mutually convenient time. So we set up a bunch of different types of demos as well. So it makes it gives you a lot of different options. So we have demos that are 10 minutes, which is like a Q&A. You want to get on a web meeting with us and you want to figure out how to do something on the site and you hadn't found it maybe in our How It Works section. So you schedule a 10-minute Q&A. Your profile on your profile page is super important, we think. And if you want to talk to us about how to really make your profile rock by adding pictures and your social media links and a great bio, schedule that 15-minute profile tune-up. If you want to learn how to use the social functions that we're talking about, the following and follower functions, we'll show you how to use your networks and groups to explore users in your market, in your area of interest to follow. And then more general 30-minute demos or 60-minute demos where we're going to turn over the keyboard to you and let you have your hands on, and we'll talk you through it, similar to all those scenes in movies where somebody's in the control tower telling you how to land the airplane. We're going to let you land the QuantumListing airplane while we talk you through it. And then on Friday afternoons, we just started a new thing where we'll have open office hours. So between 4 and 5 on Friday afternoons, East Coast time, you can hop on to a meeting with us, and there may be other people there with questions, and just we can shoot the breeze, we can answer your questions, show you how to use some of the things that you don't know how to use yet on QuantumListing. So it makes it really nice and casual and convenient for you. All right, then the last two items on QuantumListing are things that are kind of unique to us, we think, and that sort of make the whole QuantumListing experience and community a very enriched experience. So a couple of years ago at ICSC Recon in Las Vegas, we started our Let's Get Smart speaker series. And we, on Wednesday of Recon, I don't know if any of you have been to Recon, but Wednesday is the last day. It's typically used by most of the conference attendees as a travel day, so the attendance at the convention center is pretty weak. So what we decided to do is to make that Wednesday the best part of the show rather than have you just sit looking at your watch, waiting for it to end, and when you can pack up. So what we did is we started this speaker series, and we invite different experts and influencers in real estate and real estate technology to come and speak with us. And we then videotape those talks, and we create blog posts digesting those talks so that they live on and on, both on our website and on our YouTube channel. So this past year, we had Susan Akbarpour from Mavatar come and talk about MCART. It's a really interesting technology that uses blockchain to marry physical and digital retail. And MCART users can talk about clothing or shoes or furniture uh, in their blogs or their Instagram. And if you go and buy those items, you can then, if the person who was promoting them will get a sort of a commission on that. If there's a affiliate program rather. Also, it's a great way for you and your friends to potentially shop together, even if you're not together. Walk is an augmented reality app that talks about retail. As it's sort of like Waze for walking, but pointing out landmarks and significant things along the way. And if you're a retailer, you can work with Walk to get your store there. So super cool thing. Digsy AI, Andrew Bermudez is a really interesting, fun guy. He's spoke both years at Let's Get Smart. Digsy AI is a customer relationship manager, a CRM for commercial real estate, and Andrew was a broker before he became a real estate tech entrepreneur, and he's got lots of great sales tips for you, and very dynamic speaker. His talk this year was it starts out asking what the fastest way to find a needle in a haystack, and his answer for that is burn down the haystack. So that just gives you a little glimpse into his creative thinking and entertaining style. And the DNA of CRE survey is an annual survey done through Build Out and the Broker List, and it's a fantastic survey of our industry that asks you about your use of technology, uh, your use of social media, how you find deals, how you spend your time as a broker. It is now live. When we send out the replay of the webinar, we'll add a link to the DNA of CRE survey. It takes 5 or 10 minutes to do. There's 2 versions of the survey, one for brokers and another for marketers. So hopefully you guys will add your 2 cents to the survey, and hoping that Linda from the broker list and Eva from Build Out will come back to Let's Get Smart this year and talk to us about the survey results again. And we'll include a link to both the blog summaries for Let's Get Smart and the video channel that has the replays of this year's talks in the email that we send you on the way back after the webinar is over. And the last thing we're going to talk about on our agenda has been a lot of fun and very user participatory, and really is about our users, is the QuantumLister series. And in this series, we interview some of our top users to get their opinions on commercial real estate and feedback about quantum listing, the parts of it that they like best. And we create a blog post with the results of that interview. And the other great thing for those users, in addition to getting the publicity and are sending it out via our social media and having it live on our blog, is that we put an iframe with their profile, their quantum listing profile, at the bottom of the interview. So all their listings are then visible to everybody who comes and reads that blog post as they update their listings on Quantum Listing. That iframe and the listings on that iframe get updated also. It's got the links to their social media. So it's a super way for you to get known. You do it once and it lasts a lifetime. So let us know if you want to be featured as a Quantum Lister. So that's the end of our program. But wait, there's more. So if you have questions or need additional help, we want to have you take advantage of the resources that are available on our website. So at the top of every page on the website, and also down here on the bottom, is the How It Works section. And we just reorganized this because we were getting so many articles that were doing on how it works as we added features and as we got great questions from our users. So we've organized it to make it easier to navigate, and we think that you'll like that a lot. At the bottom right corner is a intercom button. So you click on that and you can start a conversation with us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we see it. And then, of course, you can always send us an email. And let's that demo button, schedule a demo. So you click there, you pick a Friday, any Friday for this one, hit confirm. All right, and then that's all it takes. We get a notification, and we will be there on Friday to talk to you about quantum listing. And of course, there's our support email. So you just email us at support@quantumlisting.com. If you're not a member yet, click that free trial button and start your 1 month free trial. Just takes a minute or two at the most to sign up. And then we want to remind you, if you are a member, to renew. If you let your membership expire, people will still be able to see your listings for a limited time. We're going to unpublish listings if your membership has been expired too long, because we want to keep the information fresh for our users and our visitors. You get the red lock over your face. You don't want to see that. And then there are also the features on this gray stripe where you take private notes, add iframes, save things to favorites, add your listing to a report or a survey, download a listing, PDF that we create, or download your uploaded PDF. Those features are not going to be available to people who want to know more about your listing. So make sure you renew your membership at the end of your trial. And to renew your membership is pretty reasonable. It's $79.99 a year for individual users. If you're an enterprise user, it's same price, but on a per agent basis. If you have an office with 12 or more agents, we cap the enterprise price for that office at $79.99 a year. If you have multiple offices, we expect you to pay for the agents in each office, but again, capped at that max of $899.99 a year. So compare that to some of the other services that a lot of you use, and I think you'll find it is quite reasonable. If you want to find out even more, and you can contact me, David Perlmutter. My email address is david@QuantumListing. My direct phone number is 914-470-5719. And please be sure to follow us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google+, although Google+, I believe, is closing in a few months. But follow us on our social media. We'll turn around and follow you, I promise. And thank you for this opportunity to present QuantumListing. And I hope you enjoyed our webinar, and I realized I don't think I hit record on our video, so sad. All right, well, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I did hit record. Phew.
Oh.
Oh, and before I go, I just want to make sure I thank Julia and Andres for all their help in preparing today's webinar. Thank you.